everybody, Rex Frost here, and this is my review of Supergirl. And yeah, let's just get straight into this video. Okay, so before I give my review on the film, I do want to do a spoiler-free recap of both the book and the movie, because it's basically the same plot. It's just that the book looks stunning while the movie looks terrible. So yeah, so basically Supergirl is very depressed, and she's just going from planet to planet and just drinking herself because she's really depressed because her entire planet died. Her entire planet died except for her cousin and her hound. So yeah, that would definitely make most people depressed. And yeah, so basically she's depressed. She meets a kid that wants help to get revenge and justice for a tragedy that happened to her family from Crime of the Yellow Hills. It was, I don't even know what to say. Just pretty bland villain. But yeah, overall, this is a pretty good story, and like it does do a good job of like showing like the dangers of like depression, like how like depression can be dangerous, and like kind of like isolation isn't like an answer. So yeah, I would definitely recommend reading the story. It is, look, this book is just something else. I read it a year ago. It was, the artwork was just like, the artwork is unlike anything I've ever seen. The only thing is that, you just have to read this book. Matter of fact, I even did a review for it a year ago, so I definitely recommend watching that. You want to hear my thoughts on like the book specifically before I get to the movie, so yeah. Okay, and before I get into it, I do want to say, here's a quick spoiler warning. I do think it's important that you read that like you see Supergirl the movie for yourself. Also, I'd personally really recommend reading the book, because Supergirl 2026 is a direct adaptation of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow from 2022, written by Tom King. And yeah, also here's my review of it. I did a little over a year ago. I will say it took me kind of feel very circle to finally have the review for both the book and the movie. So yeah, I do think this is definitely, I would definitely recommend reading the book, and feel free to watch my video. I'll definitely link it down in the description. And yeah, let's get back to like my thoughts. And yeah, I'm gonna do like a quick summary of like my thoughts on the book if you haven't seen my review for it. And yeah, honestly, this book, you have to read it yourself. Every single page. Look at what I just randomly flipped onto. Like, yeah, this page is really messed up to look at, but like the artwork is insane. It is like, look at this. I'm just casually like opening up random pages, and I'm like looking at masterpieces of artwork. So it's like the artwork alone is amazing. I will say the story doesn't really like. This is something I'm going to talk about later in this video, because it's a problem with both the movie and the book. But it's more of like the cycle of revenge that's a big issue, especially in like one of the final pages of the story. So I'll get into that more. So yeah, definitely feel free to pick up this book. It is outstanding. And yeah, let's get back into this review. And yeah, I'm going to do like quick things I really liked. I thought Jason Momoa as Lobo was outstanding. He was actually born to play Lobo. I know somebody, I forgot who said this, but it was like, somebody said Jason Momoa probably didn't even know he was being recorded sometimes. Like, absolutely. I'm just so happy Jason Momoa got to finally play his dream role. I loved him as Aquaman. He was so good as that. But Lobo is just like such a perfect fit. It is genuinely, Jason Momoa as Lobo, who I see that equally to Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. Just perfect out of this whole castings. Born to play these characters. So yeah. Also, I think Millie Alcock, she was great as Supergirl. I do feel like they could have given her like some better stuff to work with. So yeah. Also, okay, yeah, in terms of things I like from the movie, I saw all the flashbacks. But I've been talking too long. I'm gonna get a drink. Also, I got a new water bottle. Fun fact: I got my water bottle the day I made my last water bottle. The day I made my Lanterns trailer 2 reaction. So yeah, I saw all the flashbacks to Krypton with Supergirl were really good, and they were by far the best part of this movie. Just seeing like the destruction. Also, I do have to say, interesting change making Supergirl younger than Superman. Words. I just feel like, why would you have a child while your planet has been blown up? I just think it is a touch odd, but I still feel like it does work. Also, I think adding on to the flashbacks, I wish this movie would have just been a Supergirl origin story rather than like adapting Woman of Tomorrow and just saving Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow for like his potential sequel, because I feel like all the stuff on Krypton was outstanding, like showing like the death of destruction, and also we can finally like silence the people that like refuse to believe that Superman's parents were evil in Superman, because this movie like does confirm it from Supergirl's parents' point of view by saying how Jor-El just sent his son out to conquer another planet. So also, let's just put up another question: does Superman have any siblings in the DCU? if so, that was pretty interesting. Also, it was fun seeing David Cornsweet back as Superman. I mean, by far the best Superman in my opinion. I mean, it's got also, fun fact: every single in my family we have this tradition where all of actually I don't know if this is a tradition, but like both Uncle Porky and his brothers, also my uncle, have matching Superman S tattoos. I mean, if I ever do get a tattoo, it would definitely be this S. But only, I don't know. Actually, I take that back. I would never get a tattoo. I do not like needles. So yeah, I think the flashbacks were like by far the strongest point, like showing like how they like formed who Supergirl is, and especially like seeing like how Supergirl and like Superman's ideals of like how they operate is kind of like a metaphor for like first and second hand immigrants. I think is genius. I mean, Superman, like he spent his entire life in like his new home, and it's like that is his home, and he like doesn't like feel that connected to his old home. I think that is like is like a genius metaphor for like second generation immigrants. And then Supergirl, like she has her, like she knows her old home, she misses it, but like all she has is her new home, and it's like she feels like disconnected from it. I think that like using that as a metaphor for like first generation immigrants is like really well done, and yeah, I feel like this movie nailed it down perfectly. Okay, now I'm gonna start to get into my negatives because I have a lot of stuff to say. The suit, okay, I think the suit is perfect. I mean, yeah, hot take, best live action Supergirl suit. I mean, this one still does have room for improvement. Like, the suit could definitely benefit from like removing some of the lines. Kind of like, I mean, if you've seen the like Man from Tomorrow set photos, and you know that like they kind of updated David Cornsweet's suit. I mean, all they literally did was just like make the like collar match better and like make the suit look less baggy. But they did remove some lines. It looks like, honestly, I feel like in terms of improvement, like remove these shoulder pads, and honestly, I feel like the suit is like perfect. I'm a fan of like the, I don't know what it's called, but it's like cufflinks that's like right here with Supergirl. I think that looks pretty cool. It looked great on Superman. Like you can't really see it. Yeah, I mean the shoulder pads, they look fine on Superman, but not really on Supergirl. I feel like the V to like make both Superman and Supergirl look more jacked. I feel like that looks fine. But yeah, overall, really good suit. The only reason this is a mix because we've got ourselves another Surf Dracula, which if you don't know what that is, that was there was a tweet on Twitter that went viral not too long ago. I think it was one of the first trailer for entrance released, where it's basically like comparing like superheroes. Okay, well, let me just summarize it. Basically, it's 20 years ago, if you had a TV show called Surf Dracula, you'd have Surf Dracula surfing the entire season. But now if that released today, you'd have the entire season of flashbacks, and then he doesn't surf for the last 5 minutes. That is exactly what is going on with Supergirl in her suit. I mean, she legit wears it for like probably like 15 minutes, and this film's just like so annoying. Like, why do we have? I mean, I saw like the way she decided to wear it was like the influence of Rufi. Also, I just realized I haven't even given like a recap of what this movie is. So basically, this is a movie. You know, I'm just gonna fix it in editing. But yeah, I mean, I think I like the way like Supergirl decided to wear it. I just like, why do we have? I don't know. I mean, not even Crypto was wearing this cape. Like seriously, I mean, I don't know. I just, I don't know. I mean, like, why do we have to like make like characters earn their suits? I mean, Superman wore his suit the entire time from like Superman last year. Also, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna call it Daredevil season 1 for this, but I mean, honestly, I just feel like Daredevil season 1 was kind of like the beginning of this trend where it's like the superhero doesn't wear their super suit until the last 5 minutes of the project, or in this case, the last 15 minutes of an hour and a half movie. So it's like, why must we like go through this again and again? I mean, it doesn't even make sense with Supergirl 2026 because she was wearing it in her suit in Superman last year. So it's like, why are we? I mean, this doesn't even like make that much sense in continuity because she was already wearing it. Plus, like, Peacemaker season 2's like retcon already showed that like Supergirl was like Kara Zor-El was being Supergirl before the events of Superman. So it's like, why do we have to do like this? Doesn't even make sense within the movie. Like, just have her wear the suit the entire movie, which she did in the comic. It's just like, why do we have to do this? I don't like. He's so annoying. I mean, I feel feeling Lanterns is probably gonna be like this. I mean, the DC is really double dipping and like making their characters not look like they're like not like look like their comic book counterparts until the last minute. Honestly, Clayface. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if Clayface kind of gets a pass because it's a body horror movie and like you kind of do have to work up to that. But I mean, I swear, the DCU actually triple dips on us with Surf Dracula. I will actually lose it. Okay, yeah, now let's get into like my issues. I need to have a drink of water because I've got a lot of things to say. Also, speaking of suit, I'm pretty confident by the time this video is finished, I will be wearing the Superman suit more than Supergirl wore her Supergirl suit. So yeah. Okay, the visuals. Genuinely, this movie looks terrible. I mean, I feel like if you watch this without reading the comic, this movie probably just looked fine. But because I read the comic before I watched this movie, I have like, I mean, I already have my expectations set. And yeah, this movie actually I cannot believe it literally just looks like a gray and brown vest. Like, how did we? Okay, I like how the Supergirl suit pops. That's nice, but like, you took one of the most colorful comic books. It was like the most beautiful illustrations of all time, and you adapted it into a movie and gave it a full-on brown filter. What are we even doing? I mean, why? Yeah, and between that and Lantern for next year, yeah. Also, I do want on top of like other stuff in the DCU, I do want to say Clayface visually looks stunning. So at least I can guarantee to have one beautiful DCU project this year. So yeah. Also, another issue: humans. Now, not that many people have been talking about this, but I'm going to talk about it. Why? Okay, so you're telling me, I don't know, this is like the issue with Hollywood sci-fi space movies for me. Why are we always making aliens look like humans? It is really gotten out of control. This movie's like made it so much worse. I mean, this is something I do kind of have a nitpick with the comic book, the Supergirl adapted, where like, why did Ruthie have to look human? I feel like you could have like completely pulled off the story was like Supergirl just helping out an alien that looked nothing like her and showing that's like that like kind people will help out anybody no matter what they look like. I feel like that is something they could have done back in the original book, and they definitely could have done this movie. Now I will say the alien designs in this movie do look great, but like, why are there so many like why are there humans in space? It's already bad enough we have Kryptonians. I don't know. I mean, I swear it's like Hollywood just does not understand how space works and like how like weird it would be if we found aliens that looked exactly like us. I mean, like, why does everybody? This is just a nitpick. It doesn't really take anything that much from the story, but like, why? Okay, actually, I'm gonna go to crime before I get back to this point. So yeah, the villain, Crime of the Yellow Hills. What are we doing? Like, they took Crime of the Yellow Hills was already a basic villain in the comic, yet they somehow made him like more basic and mediocre in this movie. Like, seriously. Also, his design is actually terrible. Like, why would you? The actor they cast for Crime of the Yellow Hills looks so much like his comic book counterpart. It's like, why did we have to like do this? Like, it doesn't make him look intimidating. Literally, anybody that is fighting Superman or Supergirl, like, you are not. I mean, you're already intimidated enough if you're going to like go bar for bar with them. Also, I feel like they did make him stronger than he was. I don't know. I did kind of like in the comic how he was very clever. Or was like. I like how he was smart when like fighting Supergirl, because like, let's be real, you are not taking Supergirl on in a one-on-one fight, not even like a 1-on-100. I mean, yeah, I mean, didn't work in the comic book, didn't work in the movie, so like you kind of have to like outsmart her, which I feel like the book did a really good job. This movie didn't do a good job at all. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just terrible design and like terrible and like very forgettable villain. I mean, you know, as somebody who has a really insane memory, yeah, I'm not looking for. I still remember the villain from the Marvel's Garden. Like, why do I remember in Malekith from Sword and Thunder? Like, I don't know. Why do I do this to myself? Why do I have to remember every single mediocre villain's name? I don't know. Okay, yeah, but back to the revenge plot. Actually, I'm just saving this for last because this was something I had a huge problem with the book that I also had with the movie. And I just think they both tackled it in very bad decisions. So yeah. Okay. Also, as for this nerf, yeah, I do feel like, when it comes to writing a story with Superman or Supergirl or like anybody who's like insanely overpowered, there's two ways to like build tension and just like create an interesting story. You either A, put them against people that are like equally strong as them or can take them in a fight. B, like somehow figure out like somebody who outsmarts them, and then C, just constantly like keep them nerfed, which is what Supergirl does. Yeah, so I know Superman did do a smart job with like Lex Luthor using like people that can actually throw hands to fight Superman, which also does bring something up. What is it with every single antagonist in the DCU so far actually like looking so bland and mediocre in terms of like design, like black and color? Like, I get it, villains are always portrayed wearing black, but I don't know. We get definitely some color. I do look forward to seeing Lex Luthor rock his war suit maybe after tomorrow next year. But yeah, I just feel like constantly nerfing Supergirl was like, I don't know, like, did we have to do this so many times? Like, come on. Also, like, it doesn't even like make sense half the time. Okay, this has been like one of my issues with like DC. Like, how does everybody know who Kryptonians are? Like, the planet like blew up like 30 years ago, so like I don't feel like that many. I mean, unless the Kryptonians were like conquerors or just like throughout the galaxy, I feel like everybody wouldn't really know who they are, let alone their weakness. So like, how creme of the Yellow Hills got his hands on kryptonite arrows is beyond me. It doesn't make any sense at all. So yeah. Also, yeah, there's this one scene where there's a planet with a yellow and a green sun. If you thought kryptonite was already terrible, which is like genuinely every single time kryptonite is in a scene of a movie, or like Superman story, it actively like makes it worse for me, mainly because kryptonite is like the laziest plot device I have ever seen in a story at all. It is like, I hate kryptonite so much. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, the green planet, it could. They just, I don't know. I mean, the book didn't explain it enough, and they did the same thing with the green planet, and neither did the movie. So I don't know. I mean, I guess green suns just hurt Kryptonians. So I guess it is what it is. So Superman, don't go to, or Supergirl or Crypto, don't go to green. So planets with green suns. So yeah. Also, yeah, the music in this movie was actually, the music was fine. It's just that like the needle drops and like the way they put them into this movie was actually terrible. Speaking of which, like, I have a feeling this movie just wanted to be a James Gunn film so much. It is like unbelievable. Okay, the final needle drop in the end, where Supergirl's fighting all the bad guys. It is like, why is this? I can't, like, how did this? I don't know. You just have to see this scene for yourself. It is unbelievable. Like, the music just like does not fit. Oh, I mean, because of like how much. I don't know. I mean, yeah, this movie did not hit at all. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Back to like revenge, which I should have put in last. So yeah, the revenge stuff in this movie, I had an issue with it in the comic. So I'm just gonna talk about like my thoughts with it in the comic. I thought the revenge narrative was like fine. I just don't like get why it's like. I personally disagree. Like, revenge can make you feel better, and also acting like, some people just gotta go. I feel like Krem, that guy needed to go. So I don't know. I mean, also, I mean, it's like acting like revenge is gonna taint your soul. I don't know. I might just be crazy. I mean, I probably am, but like, still, seriously, I just feel like, I don't know. Like, this has been done over and over again, and I don't know. It's like, why are we doing this? Like, no, it's not. I don't know. I mean, okay, granted, yes, 13-year-olds should not be murdering people, and like, plus, I mean, I'm pretty confident Ruthie is already pretty traumatized from watching her entire family get murdered, so I feel like her murdering the guy who murdered her family isn't really going to make a difference at all. So, I just thought that was just really unnecessary. But yeah, let's give him my overall. I thought the movie was mediocre 5 out of 10. I really want something. Overall, I did enjoy the comic a lot. I will say, I originally gave it a 9 out of 10. I give it more like 8 out of 10 now, mainly because like my opinions have changed over a little bit. But I mean, this movie had the opportunity to be a great movie, but it just didn't. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like, one, this movie should have like just tried not to be James Gunn so much and should have been its own story. And two, like, this movie just, I mean, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. This movie just felt so formulaic, and it was just made by a machine and like not actual people sometimes. And it's like, I feel like this movie had the potential to be so much better. I mean, great castings in this movie. I mean, yeah, and like, I don't know. Like, I was very disappointed. This is how I will say I did change my ratings. I did knock. I knocked the Super Mario Bros. 2 down to a 4 out of 10, mainly because the idea of that movie being better than Supergirl is actually crazy. I mean, no, Super Mario Bros. Is a bad movie that's both enjoyable. And also, I knocked Mortal Kombat 2 down to a 6 out of 10. So yeah, also, I will say, I did switch my 2 out of 10 and 1 out of 10, mainly because I'd rather watch a horrible movie than a boring movie. So that's just, this doesn't really matter because I don't really give things a 2 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10 very often. I've probably like given a total of like, I don't know, I've given like a total of like max 10 things a 2 out of 10 to 0 out of 10 rating. So I don't know, I consider myself somewhat of a harsh reviewer, but not that harsh. And yeah, so here's Supergirl next to all of the stuff I've watched. Just because I have Supergirl behind The Boys doesn't mean I like The Boys season 5 better. I just thought they were both equally mediocre, so I just have The Boys first, mainly because it released before Supergirl. So yeah, this is my comic book ranking so far. Hopefully we can get some stuff up here soon. I mean, X-Men 97 season 2 is like going to release soon. I'm not sure when. Also, My Adventures of Superman season 3 has been relatively solid so far this season, so hopefully it can get better. And yeah, I mean, Spider-Man Rainy Day, cannot wait for that movie. And yeah, overall, I feel like this year for comic book projects hasn't like been the has been decent, but it could be better. And yeah, feel free to tell me your thoughts on Supergirl down in the comment section, and also feel free to subscribe. I do have a lot of, I don't know, actually, I take that back. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to see Disclosure Day 2 days tomorrow when I'm recording this, and of course there'll be a review for that. But after that, I mean, there's 2 fan suggested videos I do want to make, and yeah, I mean, I think once I finish those, I'm going to start like doing some like really creative and like not and like relatively different from the channel videos, and plus also hopefully I've got an unboxing video coming up. So yeah, there's a lot of good stuff. So I definitely recommend subscribing. And yeah, well, I hope you enjoyed my review of Supergirl, and yeah, if you haven't seen the movie yet, what are you doing here? Watch it for yourself. I'd also recommend seeing Supergirl Live Tomorrow. It is a really good book, and yeah, it's a fun time. Yeah, I'll see you all later. Bye.